Let me set up my chat, make sure everything's functioning. Okay, cool. Intro music to begin with. I'm a little bit early, so we're gonna just ease in with a pretty laid back, relaxing song. Happy Sunday to all my friends, for everybody else that joins in. Stick around for about 15 minutes. I appreciate your attention and ability to stay with the video for long enough. 5 or 10 minutes is long enough. I have something to explain about a new logo. I'm going to showcase a couple things and explain where that is coming from, and I'd really appreciate if people stuck around for at least 5 minutes. That would be grateful. So the intro music, we're going to let it slide for another minute, and then we'll get into the evening. Hello to everybody. Here I am in the mirror. What's going on? How are you guys today? I did find a new playlist this afternoon. Lo-fi beats. So this song came on. It's very, very relaxing. I really like this. Oh yes, the East Coast snow blizzard. I see you. It's a lot of us. A lot of us are dealing with this snow right now. Look at this. So yeah, buckle in. Hopefully everybody stays safe down there. But yeah, that's a lot of snow. Hello, True Voice of Reason, Mirage Bryston. Welcome. Hello. Hopefully you're doing well. Said you can't see me, I'm covered in blue. Depending on how the state voted. See, I snuck that punchline in before the beat dropped. Don't worry, we're not going to talk about politics today. I want to talk about the new logo set that I made, and I want to talk about the reason why I decided to do that, and the significance behind this symbol, and where it all comes from. Again, if anybody's joining in, please, if you can give me 5 minutes and stick around, then I'll explain a little bit, and then you can enjoy the rest of your Sunday. By all means, you don't have to, but I would appreciate it. I just want to explain a little bit, let everybody know kind of where it comes from, and just say my little piece. I know that Bristol Hi-Fi Show was this weekend, so bless all those that went to Bristol. Florida Audio Expo is just wrapping up there in Florida, so thank you to everybody in Florida who's given their time and effort to encapsulate those things that are going on in hi-fi. From my side personally, I really wish I could get down to Florida, but I need to, I need to balance out the budget, do things that are best for life, and I've got other things coming up in the future, which is Montreal Audio Fest and the Expona Audio Fest. So let me see. Abby Van Home, probably not the real name, but that's cool. Cable risers are a scam, type 1 if you agree. Nobody's gonna type 1. It's not that kind of chat. People are probably gonna type 2 and 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 just to get on your nerves. I have cable risers, and the only thing it does is showcase my cables. So let's get to the first bit of business. The new logo. So this is going to be the new logo set. I've reduced it to one name. I won't change the channel name. I won't change the Instagram name. I will still use audio where it's focused on audio. Where it's artwork, it will be focused on artwork. It'll say art at the end. Where it's photography and just that kind of thing, it will say photography, but I'm keeping the copyrighted name, trademark name, and all that stuff. This is going to be the focus going forward. So why do I have this symbol? Why this? Right? If anybody recognizes it right away, bless you for recognizing it right away. It is a bird. Yes, you're right. It is a circle. Yes. It's not a longtail. I mean, it might be a nickname for the bird, but it's not known to me as a longtail. I will show you a photo of the actual bird, and I will describe to you why I've chosen this animal to be part of the logo set. And as I'm looking for it, I will say it has to do with my mom yet again. My mom was always a very big influence in my life. She was a sense of empowerment. She was in a sense of security. She allowed me to grow up, be expressing myself very differently, and all of that freedom helped me grow into the kind of person I am without questioning certain things, but also not afraid to just be who I am and express individuality. So here's the actual bird. It's an Arctic tern. And they are found in Newfoundland, where my family is from, where my mom grew up. It's a beautiful looking bird. It's got a very, very nice silhouette. Very beautiful. So the reason why I chose this, it's unique to my mom's experience, where she grew up in the north of Newfoundland province. There are beaches and all that kind of stuff right where my hometown is, and these birds can be heard audibly visiting the island, nesting on the island, feeding on the island. And this is something of my mom's early childhood sort of memories. She always talked about what they sound like. She always talked to me about their calls and hearing them on the beach while she was playing as a child. And it's something that always brought her back to, you know, being young, being free, being, you know, having fun. It reminds her of home. It was a sense of comfort. And because it's a sound that she remembered, I wanted to use this symbol to represent my journey in sound. So here's some of that sound, if you can hear it. It's not necessarily a beautiful sound, but it's a distinctive sound to this bird. And because of the memory attached to it, and it being like an audible signal for a memory of peace and joy, and yeah. So that's the sound. And the reasoning behind the logo is because it gives me a memory of obviously my mom, but also like what that kind of thing represented in her life was not necessarily the terms of safe place, but a place that is very special and something that will like calls you home, right? Somewhere that you belong, somewhere that you feel peace. that kind of thing. So because it's audible and it's because it's related to a sound, and it's also got this, this vibe of doing your own thing and relating to something that was, special. That's why I've chosen the logo. I did kind of have it drawn and sketched up. It's not taken from a photograph. It's just something that I'm going to use now going through in the future as a logo piece. So if you see it, this should all be together, but if not, it'll just be the circle, and we'll just use that. So because it's called an Arctic Tern, I also want to use a phrase. I don't think anybody's really going to get to it before me, but I'm going to write the phrase in an app here, and this will be my slogan related to audio as I go forward here and talk about audio, and just as a fun thing, for me, just to go along with this change. It's silly, yeah, I know, but hey, you know what? That's me playing word games, and that's the kind of person I've always been. So this will be my audio phrase to people is, when you're enjoying and loving the music and that mood hits you right, you got to turn it up. Approval? Does everybody get the thumbs up? Does that work? Can we do that? It's a Newfie Dad joke at that. We're gonna make a joke out of it at all, my family will probably get a bigger kick out of that than anything else. So that'll be my new hashtag. We'll see how that goes. Summer vibes with that sound. Yeah, the sound of the beach, the ocean front, the enjoying the time out on the beach, that kind of thing. It's certainly, you're not going to spend a lot of time on Arctic beaches, but anybody that is in the north and in Canada and in the Arctic, anywhere where this bird migrates and nests or roosts or whatever you want to call it, then yeah, you will experience that. In other news, what else can I say in other news? The Florida show was a success, obviously. I'm seeing a ton of videos coming out of Florida with lots of videos of different things. Not a whole lot of new tech that I can see, but a lot of friends out there enjoying the show. Audiophile Junkie, obviously, with many of his videos, he's been showcasing his own rooms, products, a lot of stuff like that. I love the fact that he's at many of these shows, and I live through his videos. So please give him some love and some support out there in the media world. Let me see, what else do I got going on? It's not a whole lot else going on. Don't have too much new music other than what I've been showcasing here lately. I didn't do the live yesterday, to be honest. I didn't feel like it was necessary to go through both days. Also in the middle of Florida and Bristol Hi-Fi show, I could probably do like a follow-up tomorrow afternoon. We can do a desktop sit down. I have an appointment with my doctors tomorrow, so that's going to be interesting. One of many appointments that I have coming up. I have a dentist appointment on Wednesday, doctor's appointment Monday. Then a couple weeks from now, I'll have other specialists. I have a therapy session coming up, a consultation for therapy. Then my MRI is scheduled for June, so that's a long way off. Yeah, a bunch of different stuff happening there. And then otherwise, just doing some healthy snacks. I've got these baby bells going on. This is like, look at that, it's like using barbells as a cheese. So that's my new snacks. Trying to stick to my diet. I did have a little bit of an indulgent weekend. I had more snacks than I should have, but all week I'm doing less food, less calories, no sugars. I'm only cheating on the weekends. So 5 days out of 7, more times it's 6 days out of 7, I'm actually eating clean, I'm eating less, I'm drinking lots more water. So I get one cheat day where I can go back and forth, and overall I think that's going to pull my weight down. Eating new types of snacks. I got a selection of dill pickles, baby dill pickles, some beets, other types of powders and proteins, protein shakes, collagen stuff. All my vitamins are there. So like there's lots of stuff I'm doing health wise. Also got a hold on, maybe I can just bring everybody with me for this one. This one, taking care of my ears, making sure that my ears and health are all kind of taken care of. So I got something like that that's safer than using a Q-tip. Don't put Q-tips in your ears. That's bad. All of my amazing Asimov books in 1984, of course. All my other amazing books. Frankenstein, Leadership, The Dude, Brain on Music. This is from my uncle, actually. This is my uncle's book. And then Not to Be Underrated. Yeah, I'm a smart guy. I read stuff. I've got other stuff in here too. Plato's Republic, Spinoza's Ethics, Jeet Kune Do, and then of course, if I really want to laugh with friends. Kind of a mixed bag stream today, I know. What else is going on? Oh, I'm really excited for Montreal. It's going to be very, very nice to get out of the city, to experience something different and new, see some friends that I don't get to see often, all the reps that only come in every once in a while. There's probably going to be a number of new items. I know that Rich at Zidel Marketing has got something new that he was talking about. I don't know if it was Quad or another brand. Also Playback Distributions with my friend Ian. That will be really cool. I spoke with some of the people from Audio Solutions. That's some of the great photography that Brian was putting out from Florida. I asked if I could, if they were coming up to Montreal, and I don't know if they are. I'm just looking for the Woody's sound up. Let me see. Woody's. He's got some amazing photos in here. These ones. So I was asking if Audio Solutions was bringing these speakers up to Montreal, and they didn't say yes, they didn't say no. It depends on kind of what they have in the works. But I am going to be looking forward to that. Brian's photos are so good. I joked around with the guys about Brian being like the best photographer when I'm not around. But that's not true at all. Brian's amazing. I always loved and appreciated his work. Hello from Germany. Andres H3. And then True Voice of Reason says, don't stand next to the stack at the concert. It's better advice. Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, earplugs when you need them, when you're going out, when you're near like cars and traffic and highway, earplugs at work. Don't sacrifice your ears. But ear wax is a different ball game. I mean, sometimes your ears are okay, sometimes they're not, and I had these moments where I thought something was going on with my hearing, and I needed them professionally cleaned. So I ended up getting my own kit in order to do that. And cheers, everybody. All of my ice is melted now. There's no rattling. I am juicing beets. Great stuff for sure. Absolutely. I've turned to different types of root vegetables. I'm eating more healthy options, less snacks, less processed junk. Not drinking as much sugar anymore, and the only things I am are as close to natural juices as possible. But even then, I'm cutting them in like a third juice, 2/3 water, just to kind of get all of that stuff out. Maya says, "Night cool room." So here's the whole room. Some plastic wall panels, curtains on the wall, lighting in the back. Yeah, it's a dedicated audio space. So thank you very much for the compliment. It's not difficult to set up, just have to be focused on this is what I want from my audio space. Appreciate that. I am unfortunately still kind of nasally sick. My nose is still not been behaving itself lately, so I am going to mute for a second while I blow my nose. Hold on. Thank you very much for holding. I'm starting to present my stream like a flight attendant or something. What else do I have going on? I did start doing new AI artwork, which I know AI is a big topic right now. People are really, they're mostly against it, and I can understand why, because it's a really new tool for artwork. And I mean, even in rendering, say for instance, take these. This is not done in AI. This is actually from the company. I spoke with acoustic engineering, not acoustic. What is it? Acoustic. Is it acoustic? I can't even remember now. Wow, that's the brand from the UK. It's Acoustic Energy. Oh my God, Scotty's name got me all messed up. So I asked him, said, what would the new Corium? I can't remember the name of the speakers now either. My brain is just out of it. I asked them what it would look like if they matched the baffle with the cabinet. Now they have silver cabinets, but they have a black baffle. And then they sent me a color changed baffle, which is really cool. But then also, let me see off camera. Then there's something like this, which you don't see often, which is the Borison C3s in a yellow, very special pair, one-off, and you get the color palette. So I mean, there are some benefits to being able to like render out something that's different, just to see if it looks different. You can imagine it in a different way. And what I've been doing is trying to capture a mood, and these have been posted. So this is like an android robot facing a city, clouds opening up, but he's kneeling down in like a defeated state, as if, I mean, in my perspective, this is to say, you know, you could have so much knowledge, so much capability, and still feel like it's not enough. So this is the idea of androids and robots and whatever facing their future, but then also coming to the same kind of despair that some human beings feel. You know, it's not so much a matter of what you bring, but a matter of your choice to do something with it. So this was kind of like an image trying to capture this defeated sort of moment. Very interesting. Turned out pretty nice. I like it. So did I understand you right? You fell in love with white speakers on the picture? Not really sure. Are they not big for your room? Which ones? I'm not really sure what you're referring to. And this one too, I posted this photo. This is just like the same thing. It's like a biomechanical sort of skull-ish, but it's Android-ish. Its mind is open, and this is sort of like overthinking. You know, this is something I posted about overthinking. First one, the first photo, this one. What about these? This was Acoustic Energy. They posted a photo of this, and normally it's a black baffle, and I asked them to change it to matching silver because I like the matching silver. Yes, the Thinker. It's like David's Thinker. Exactly, but this is in sort of like a biomechanical robot sense. He's still thinking even though he's an android. Like, this isn't, it's basically saying like, this isn't the answer, this isn't the end. Even with all of the potential that they have, it's still going to fall under the same sort of philosophical problems that we've always had. You know, it is not the end-all solution. It's not going to be an end. We're still going to have to face the same issues. So that's what this one's about. So, I mean, I'm better with language and words than I am with a lot of other things. Drawing, for instance. I'm not all that great with drawing, which is why I had AI do the logo and why I'm using AI to express ideas. Andre is saying, but I have myself a favor, floor standing speakers, but 16 QM room. Square meter room. Someone asked me earlier today if I thought that the Radiant Acoustics would be good enough for theater. And I said, well, it depends on how loud you want the theater. Like, these bookshelves with the purified drivers and the AMT tweeter waveguide, they can be used in a movie theater. You can use them in theater. You cross them over at a certain frequency, run all the high power bass to the subs instead of the bookshelves. But it depends on how loud you want to get it, right? Because even the tweeters might get stressed out at super loud frequencies and loud outputs. Theaters are supposed to hit 120 for reference. I don't know that a bookshelf like this can hit 120. I think they're only 85 dB sensitivity, maybe 86. So you're gonna have to push them pretty hard. And I don't know that they're gonna reach that SPL level. So when this person asked me on YouTube, like, they're trying to decide whether they want the 1723 towers or 1723 bookshelves. And my thoughts were, I mean, I obviously love the Arundel towers in my room. We all know that I appreciated, they're different now, obviously. I appreciated Arundel in my system, and they were really, really great. They can do great things, 92 dB sensitive, plus their THX reference, right? So the THX output, they can hit those high volumes, but it depends on taste, right? If all you need is a bookshelf, then go bookshelf in your space. It depends on what you want out of it. You can't, and that's like, it goes back to the idea of people asking if KEF are really good for like loud scenarios, right? I don't know why I'm showing you. It's like right there in front of me. Are they going to be loud enough for theater? Are they going to be, or the question was, why are they always blowing up? And my answer for those people is, if you want them to be really, really loud, then what you're looking for is an SPL rating. You want them to be able to hit high volumes. And people that are blowing up the speakers are pushing their speakers to be louder and louder and louder, but the speakers are not capable of it. Like the KEF R11s in front of us is a speaker that can reach, I think it was 113 decibels. And sometimes 113 decibels is just not loud enough for some music fans. They want it even louder. They want more bass. They keep turning it up, and their amplifiers are distorting, and the drivers are shredding apart, and they just destroy their speakers. So maybe instead of hi-fi speakers, you need to spend money on PA speakers, right? Sacrifice the quality for volume. So when people ask me like, oh, is this good for theater or that good for sound or hi-fi, then I say, well, it depends on what you want. You can't just ask a blank question. You need to provide some context. Everything about these kinds of specifics is contextual. If you have no context, you can't answer a specific question. Bam. Andre is saying Bruninger from AV Show, U2 RIP. Heard them on Hi-Fi Fair in Munich, YouTube. Which speaker? Oh, okay. He's talking about previous speakers. The next speakers will be Audio Plan Concert 3. Okay, cool. I don't like it loud and I don't like much bass. Yeah, I see. I'm a fan of quality as well. So like hi-fi quality sound is more important to me than volume and a lot of bass. I have bass in my room, but the subs that I have are only taking care of 40 hertz and below. And most of the time in here, I'm not listening above 70, 75, 80, maybe 82. That's about my reference point. It doesn't hit 90 in here. I'm never cranking it that loud. Occasionally, I might want to try something just to see how it sounds at a certain volume, but in general, that's not my thing. I like it pretty neutral, quiet, so I can get just about anything in my space, and my amps and the gear that I have are more than capable of like putting out that kind of volume. So sound quality is something else than of course that's I think that Andres is pointing out something that's obvious to most of us, but maybe not everybody understands the same thing. And again, it's okay if you want it really loud, and if you want it really loud, then quality is not really a concern. That's why most like PA speakers are designed to throw sound very far and very loud for a big audience, but it might not be as high-end like hi-fi quality because it probably can't do both at high volumes. High volumes, it's hard to keep everything under control, so sound quality can distort and get compressed. So Andreas is new, doesn't know what amps I have. I'm using Purify module amplifiers. They are Buckeye Audio, and I have the 7040 modules, which are Purify 7040 modules. It's a high amp rating. AudioNet monoblocks. I don't even know what they are. I've never heard of AudioNet. I've never heard of even the speakers that you mentioned. See, the thing is, our audio markets are very different. Like European manufacturers and distribution have a lot of different selections than we do in North America, and the market sometimes crosses over, but there's also a lot of brands that are not sold or have distribution in different areas. It's just the way it works. Our options for audio stuff is different, and obviously our awareness is very different. What I know might not be what you know, and what you know is definitely more than what I know. It really just depends on where we're getting our information from. This stupid light behind me pisses me off. can't position it anywhere. Cool. And I can't turn it off. I can look it up on Google. AudioNet. Audio. What was the brand of the speakers you talked about? AudioPlan. AudioNet. AudioPlan. Yes, they're Class D. Purify is a Class D amplifier. Yes. And now we get into the this versus that section of the discussion. Yeah. They have some amazing specs. I don't hear any of the negative stuff that people say about the amps at all. I feel like most of what I've been listening to, they sound just great for my style, or at least whatever speakers that I'm using, they sound fine. I mean, when I'm measuring in room, at least, and I still have to use the UMIC 2 to measure on REW to find out exactly how everything outputs. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. It doesn't sound thin. It doesn't sound hollow. It doesn't sound like there's no meat. I mean, everything sounds full and normal for me. So it really is just a matter of synergy, I guess. I'm using all Class AB, like the preamp is a Michi preamp. The DAC is a AKM 99 DAC or EX 99, and the DMPA 8 streamer. So these combined with the Class D's giving that kind of sound, even though other people like it a little thicker, a little warmer, a little whatever you want to call the tube sound. That's the way they like it. It's a preference. Now, I don't know that I don't know that I favor that sound. I like accuracy, and I like a little more clinical sound. So I'm fine with what they sound like. And for me, the biggest benefit to having Class D is, one, it's a lot cheaper to get up to like 500 watts of power. It's lighter, so I can pick up my monoblocks with one hand, and it's not very hot. Class D amplifiers run at an efficient power rating where they're not outputting so much heat into a room or space in order to get the sound. I don't have to worry about it. So when it's like, you know, testicle sweating hot in the summertime, I don't have to worry about my amplifiers adding heat to my space, and I don't have to add an extra air conditioner just to compete against my audio system. Even if I'm running tubes in a preamp, I mean, that would be the minimum that I would do to get that sound. I had the Whammerdyne system in here. They had tubes in it. So for a relatively small room, yeah, I don't want warm amps in my space. So Class D does what I need it to do perfectly. And if I need something a little warmer, then I'll throw warm speakers on it. And if I want something a little whatever else, then I can change it, because every speaker is going to sound different. That's where I think the coloration can be. We're not using studio monitors, and people don't pick studio monitors for that reason. So they don't want flat speakers. They want some flavor. And it just depends on where they want it. You can have it in your speakers, you can have it in your DAC, you can have it in your preamp, you can have it in your cables. Silver cables are definitely cleaner sounding than copper. That's just the nature of the electronics. But every one of the components, if you select them in a context, that gives you the flavor that you want. It's just how it is. How do you order your steak? How do you like your pizza? What do you like on your hamburger? When you go to Mr. Sub or Subway or wherever you order your food from, how do you like it? Do you like salt? Do you like pepper? Do you have it with a sauce? Same shit with audio. It's all just personal taste. And like any chef, you just sprinkle whatever you want on your audio system to get it to that point that you like. And if you want to continually upgrade or hear something different or it does something different, then cool, keep changing it. It's all good. That's why we're in a hobby. That's minutes. What are we at? We're at 30, 40 minutes right now. That's cool. Don't have anything else new right now. I'm still waiting, obviously, patiently waiting for Montreal. Montreal is March 20th, 2021, I think. 20, 21, 22. And those 3 weeks from now, gonna be very tough because I'm so excited to go down and just enjoy myself. Andres is saying, as a preamplifier, I have Class A tubes. Believe me, it sounds like Monica Bellucci looks like. I don't know, what does that mean? So maybe because they're Italian handmade Lecter Strumenti Zoe. Okay, I've never heard of it. So it's funny, like nobody's asking or listing what they have in their system, but everybody loves sharing what they have. It's just an interesting thing about the hobby that I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this. It's like showing off what kind of car you have when you drive down the beach, right? Like, I drive a Ferrari, I drive a Porsche, I have a Lamborghini, I check this out. Oh, did you see my watch? Did you see this? Oh my God, did you see this new shirt? This suit's by whatever. No. That's your type of men. I'm not doing that. I'm only showing what you asked me. I don't have to show off what I have. I don't feel the need to show off my stuff. That's not like I don't have an ego or a need for someone else to say, oh, cool. Good for you. Like I don't participate in that. It's an interesting thing that happens. And yes, some people do that stuff. They're like, I have a $6 million house, and then I have this, and I bought my wife this, and I do that, and that's what they do. They have money, and they like to just talk about what they have because they're showing off. That's what they do. There's no other reason to tell someone else what you have other than to say, you know, this is what I have. And if we're solving a problem and you tell me, okay, I have this in the signal, this in the signal, this in the signal, I'm hearing this and I want to have this answered, then it matters. But then it would be a question I asked. But otherwise, no one asked. Mirage Bryson saying, you know what I have. Yes, I know some of my regulars, I definitely know what everybody has. But I mean, the context of what we have is only relevant if we're trying to solve something. If we're not trying to solve something, then the only thing that being vocal about it does, I mean, yes, we enjoy it and it's a hobby, so I understand that. Just to show off. Oh, I definitely don't want to talk about politics here. we have done that before, and I understand we share in the hobby. There's much reason why I share music tastes, and I scroll through my playlists and I share music, and something that I just heard, some kind of song does something cool. I like to share how that kind of works. You know, it's better than, you know, earlier on we had somebody talking about how cable risers are a scam. You know, there's different reasons and different elements to, you know, what we're doing, but you can definitely have both. You know, we have those that are in it because it's fun, and then we also have some that are in it just to do other things, right? That's all I mean. It kind of looks and plays like both. I mean, the most interesting thing for me is like where it starts and then how it changes, right? Like what we got when we were just starting, what we could afford when we were young, what inspired us when we were younger, the kinds of music that we had when we started, what was the first hi-fi piece that we bought, you know, all kinds of things like that. Yeah, make audio all kinds of fun, yeah, for sure. Monica Bellucci was in Spectre, the Bond woman. Oh, so the early Spectre? Because not the new one. There's a new one too, but I don't think she's in that one. Spectre, the old one. She was the she was one of the original Bond girls. I need to look this up. I mean, I personally know her from 2015, so that is the new one. Was she in that movie? I don't remember her in that movie. Really? Oh, yeah. She's the I remember her from Matrix 2. That's where I remember her from. So she's not the Bond girl. She's like one of the villain characters in that one. Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah. Enough of that. Yeah. I remember her character from The Matrix. That's where I first kind of got introduced to her, and before that I had no idea. So anyways, we don't really have anything else new. What else was I supposed to show off? Yeah. I still haven't talked about can't talk about who my Black Ocean audio speakers are going to. I know a lot of people were guessing, but I can't tell anybody yet. It's going to be a secret until later on. We'll see how that goes. Nothing new in terms of products other than Audio Solutions. I did kind of talk to some of the reps about speakers in Florida. We'll have to find out what happens in Montreal. Nothing new is going to be in the system here. I can talk about how it all works together, but there's no new systems. My new speakers are coming later in the year. The towers in the system are going to stay the same. All of this stuff that I have here is going to stay the same. If I get anything in for demo or borrow anything, it might be PMC. If anybody's interested in PMC speakers, the new Prophecy series. Said, I know they're not coming to meet. No, you're right. I'm not sending the Black Ocean to you right away. I'll try to I'm just excited to share something new. Like, I've talked about them for a long time. We've had Nick on the channel. We've done interviews. I've showcased a lot of the stuff before. I got new amps for them. I sold the powered speakers for them, essentially. So it was a big change. It's a big investment to have them here. Now I'm trying to recoup from that, trying to change a couple of other things, save some money where I can, canceling a certain phone service, maybe canceling my Netflix because I don't really need it. Trying to make some changes this year. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I've made the right decisions and the results will show their worth in time, I guess. Andre is saying, I was once in Florida also in the swamps, don't have any problems with any electronics due to the humidity. I don't know. I mean, I don't live in Florida, so it can be a problem. I know that people in very moisture dense areas have problems with some of their speakers. Their speaker paper cones and fabric cones like B&W. The B&W fabric cones can hold on to the moisture, so they have to be dried out and they have to be treated, cleaned, or being careful, you know what I mean? It can be an issue in some environments, but not if you're cleaning everything, right? Mirage is saying PMC are great speakers. I would love to have a listen to the Finestias. The Finestia speakers are pretty great. I did hear them a number of years ago. Altitudo Audio had them at Toronto Audio Fest 2 years ago. Maybe more than that. They were really great. I think also Motet had them last year. They weren't there this year. Last year, I believe they had them. Really good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, and Andres, the reason why I'm talking about Florida so much is because the audio show was there this weekend, and I know some friends that were there, and they were talking about some stuff in Florida. So, yeah, I'm not in Florida. I'm in Toronto in Canada, so I'm in the snow belt. It's not humid here at all, except for in the summer occasionally, but not all year. So PMC are more on the analytical side. Yes, they are. The few towers that I had here were very sharp, glassy sounding with the tweeters. I don't mind that sound. So, yeah, I borrowed them for a while. I was checking them out. The Class D and PMC might be too much, maybe too much clarity there. That's why the in-room rolled-off sound of the R11s are actually suiting my mood. They're very smooth and coherent with the coax tweeters. Pretty good stuff for me in my room. Now, I'm interested to see what the new PMCs sound like. Their Prophecy 9s, I believe, have... I don't think they're 6.5-inch drivers, but 5.25 drivers. Dome mid-range, tweeter, transmission line. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'm going to get them or not, but we'll see what happens in the new year. Throughout the new year, I should say, we're only 2 months in right at this point. So we'll see. Andres is hating on Toronto. Toronto, lovely. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Everybody everywhere in the world, for one reason or another, is facing some kind of issue. And you can blame it on local politics if you want. Adam J says Toronto's awesome. Well, it can be. I agree with that. There are really, really good things about the city. There's some great things about its people at times. But like anything, in anywhere, in any situation, there are assholes who do make the situation worse. We all have to do better not to be one of those people. We have to think about how we act, how we speak, why we're saying something. And now Adam's like, if you're visiting, yeah, okay. I don't take any offense to it. I really don't give a shit. I don't have a favorite place. You just happen to be where you are. You do your best wherever you are until you can be somewhere else. And for whatever the reasons are that people don't like this or don't like that, or they see this or see that, or they argue about, it's Alberta versus this, or it's this versus that, or up versus down, white versus black, inside versus outside. I don't give a shit. All the arguments are the same as it goes into, like, look what I have. I drive a this. I drive a that. I have a six-wheel, G-Wagon, whatever. Like, woohoo! It doesn't mean anything. People playing preference games like tubes versus Class D, like it's argument for argument's sake. I think it's pretty boring. True Voice of Reason saying Pennsylvania, I get all kinds of weather, sub-zero, triple digits, 100% humidity. So yeah, exactly. Well, that's because you're south of the lakes, and when the air starts to navigate south through that area, you get all kinds of weather. You can get it from the east if it pushes off the ocean, like hurricanes, or warmth from the south, it pushes up across the mountains. Yeah, you can kind of get a lot of shit down there. I totally believe it. Andres is trying to blame me. I started it. Yeah. It's a perspective. Half my channel is psychology, so I have to point it out. So economy's so expensive, can't afford to put mortgages down on a house, insurance, vehicles, everything's so expensive. In Ontario, even rent's getting high. Yeah, it is. And there's reasons for that. And there's reasons why we need to be aware of our voting power and what we're doing in the world and how we argue and what we say to each other and how that kind of affects all these rippling things. Like it's one thing. I'm going to slip into politics here because these examples, but it happens everywhere. The momentum of a populace votes or looks at certain topics, and you're either distracted by it or unaware because of the propaganda that gets pushed into media, or just not informed correctly because the truth is so hard to get, and then things just kind of slip worse and worse and worse. Or the worst case scenario is the system is so corrupt and broken that you can't really change a lot of it. So where are you gonna go, right? Like, how do you escape that? If you own anything, you have to worry about what you own, and then you're trapped by what you own. If you get rid of it, then you have the freedom to move because you don't own anything, you're not tied down. But then when you look around the world for anywhere else, it's not really that much better anywhere else. So that's probably by design. They just want you to put your head down and work, and then that's it. Whatever you do other than that, most of the system doesn't care. You just work, and then that's it. So yeah, sucks. But that's why we have to like inform and think about these things and talk about how it's related and why this affects that. And if you're distracted with this politics and this other thing goes missing, or you didn't realize that there was a bill and what's in the bill is this, or they're distracting you and be like, oh my God, there's aliens now. Bullshit. It's all just distraction, right? You have to think about what's really, really important and have that be the topic. True Voice is saying I'm in search of a remote cave. Yeah, exactly. Feel like Adam J is saying I feel like no matter what choice to choose, I'm still considered a prisoner, or at least that's how I feel from everything over the 50. Yeah, in a way, yeah, because that's the way the system is designed. There's very, very little room for you to advance, and the advancements have to start when you're very young by a family or a network that knows a little bit more about it. The network that you have access to can help, because you can move capital and resources around to help that group. And we all know that that's true. If you happen to be outside of a group and fighting on your own, it feels like shit. I know that feeling because that's what I'm doing. Trying to figure it out, but I'm also not keeping what I've learned or not keeping the topics quiet. I like talking about some of the differences so that maybe some of it's inspiring, right? So, yeah, we have to make our choices, right? And I hope that anything that I'm doing on this channel as a choice, choosing to share, choosing to talk about it, I'm hoping that any of it makes a difference. I'm hoping that it's more valuable than just all the other channels that doing advertising. They point at all their gear. They're just like, oh, look at this. You could buy these ones for this amount. You could buy these ones for this amount. You buy these ones for this amount. And then this one does all this cool shit. And then like, hold on, you could do this. And then they show you this. And they're like, oh, look, you can get VU meters. And then they change color. And then you can do all this stuff. And they're like, buy. Like, it's so annoying. We don't need that, do we? I don't want to do that here. I don't want to get stuck into like just advertising mode. I like to talk about the depth of human beings, because we need each other in this civilized world more than we need this gear. I don't need this stuff, but I need people around me to do good things. I think that that's more important than the audio system, which is why my channel is not all about audio. Sometimes, like, you can, people will talk about this stuff all the time. Hundreds of people will talk about this, but not everyone is also thinking about how it's related to a market or prices, or how tariffs or politics or trade deals affect the price of the items, and why this is made in China and not US, and why this is, you know what I mean? Like the price of this might go up, or the price of this might go up because of all the aluminum that's in it. Like, it's all connected, right? The world isn't an isolated thing. We have to think about how all these things manifest in a bigger way. So Adam J saying, everything I do on the channel is strictly for fun, peace of mind. Yes, absolutely. A good idea. Andre says, the myth of eternal consumption. Yes. I don't think that's a myth. I think that's by design. Everything is like got an obsolete date, and things are not made to last. And there's version 1, 2, 3, 4, and this upgrade and that upgrade and that upgrade. And then they have HDMI 1 and 1.2 and then 1.5 and 1.8 and then 2 and then 2.1. And then they're planning 720 HD and then full HD 1080p and then 4K and then blah, 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 blah. It's like, Jesus Christ, Thank you. I appreciate it. They are real, but they're also mostly decoration. real white leather, ray skin. Yep, they're all razor sharp as well, by the way. I don't think I've done a cutting demo in here. I mean, it is an audio channel after all. I don't need to do a cutting demo, but I probably could if I had a piece of paper, I could show you that they are absolutely real. I did once, some time ago. So I get that. I'd love the decor in the room and living. Yeah, I mean, I'm a single guy. I live by myself. I can decorate the space however I want. I don't have to ask anybody permission. And Andres is saying, but lovely sound is an escape, a recovery. Yeah, I mean, music is an art form, right? So we have to think about, like, our hobby is, it's not just tech. We are doing this because we love music. And the reason why it's so emotional is because music is emotional. Our emotional attachment to music and preference is really a fueling thing, right? So that's very important for us. True voice of reason. Planned obsolescence is what helps keep businesses in business. Yes, that's true, because they have to keep selling in order to stay alive. So yes, I understand. So not every version of something is actually better. It's just another version so that business can stay alive. But then if we didn't have businesses that were thriving, we wouldn't have jobs, right? And if you didn't have a job, you'd what? You'd want to make your own business, and then you'd be in the same business as consumerism. So, you know, at the end of the day, you can't really complain about it. You just have to pick and choose. It's why you vote with your money. Adam J saying, I've also subscribed. The vibes are set just right. Nice, safe escape, full of insight. Cool. I appreciate the sub. Let me see. Where are we at on my account? One of us. I appreciate it. I'm not doing it for subs, but I am doing it for the vibes, for sure. I do want to provide something here that the Essential Katana beside the speakers. That's a new Charles Ingus. Appreciate it. Charles Ingus is a new name. That's cool. I don't think I've seen you here before. This is something else that I want to showcase as well. Look how many people are not subscribed that watch. Why? Imagine I've got 2,300 people, and then 70, almost 80% of people that watch don't subscribe. You imagine how many I would have if I got 80% more? I'd have 10,000 subscribers if all this 80% subscribed. Right? Why not? It's free. It's free. Subscribing is literally free. There's no reason why you can't do it. It's one other button. Just click. Click subscribe. It's not like you're paying me. It's completely free. Just do it. And then all these other numbers, which I barely pay attention to. Charles, let me hear. Are you still here? Let me know if Charles is still here. Just type something else. I'll explain to you, and then I'll also inform some of the new people. Andreas probably hasn't heard it, and Adam definitely hasn't heard about why. So let me know, if Charles is still here, please type something else. I'll explain to you why this stuff is here, so my other audience will know why it's here. Also, the beginning of this episode, this live episode, which is now an hour and 4 minutes long, thank you so much for that, talks a lot about the reason why my room is all white. There's definitely a reason why my room is white, why the speakers are white, the subs are white, the carpet's white, the furniture's white. There is a big reason for that, and it's also part of why I have the swords here. So I guess Charles is not here anymore, and that's too bad. I kind of wished that I could answer that question for him. Well, it's kind of like a respond to that statement, the essential katana beside the speakers, which is, like, where else would I put them? Vertical towers, vertical speakers, vertical swords. I wanted to have vertical amps, but Nagra amps and Mark Levinson and Quad, and there's a couple of other brands that have vertical amps. They're all really expensive. So, yeah, true voice of reason. Let me see. Subscribing is just a single button click. Sometimes people subscribe though. I think a lot of people watch and they don't actually have an account. I think that's why. So that's a lot of people that are just general viewers of YouTube, but they don't sign up for an account. And then most of my viewers are 50-year-old plus. So a lot of 50-year-old plus they're not signing up for Google accounts. They're not signing up for YouTube accounts, right? And YouTube counts those that have accounts. So that's part of it. I think, is all the white a state of... no, not really. So here, this is going to get a little odd if you guys grant me a human moment without criticizing. You'll see what I mean in a second. And this is part of the reason why. This is, if you guys can see, my mom passed away in 2023, and she was battling cancer for about 1.5 years, and she got sick really, really quickly. So in 2022, I got to spend my last few days with her, and throughout 2022, I built this room so that I can spend time with her and listen to music. I made a playlist for her. All of her favorite songs are on the playlist. When she passed away, I kept her ponytail. So that's part of it. And that's what the white sword set is for. The other part of it is, this sword here belonged to my mom's partner a number of years ago. And there was an incident that happened, and then he gave me this sword through a gesture, how you would normally earn katana swords in tradition. So he also passed away of cancer a number of years beforehand. And then when my mom passed, I got this set to go beside this, right? So they in honor and respect for them, I bought the set so they can be together. Now, I know that's super cheesy and it's emotional, but like, look, that's the reason why we're music lovers. We obviously have emotional attachments to music, and we care about that kind of thing. So that's the reason why I have the white set. My mom's house was all white. Her room was white. She loved white everything. I showed her the room before she passed, and it's all sort of like in honor of my mom's passing. The new logo that I showcased today is about a bird that she grew up with on the beach, and it reminded her of home, and it's a very peaceful sort of memory. So the new logo that I'm using, that I talked about at the beginning of the episode, that's all for her as well. So let me just... Some people came in late, so let me just showcase the logo that I'm talking about. So that's the new logo piece that I will be using. And that's a bird that she grew up with in her childhood that has a unique sort of sound. So that's the reason why. The reason why I grabbed these is just for balance, for decoration. So I have a set there and I have a set there, but I didn't want to have one on each side of the room. They needed to be together. So I got one that matches kind of the color of the room, and then another that actually has a Damascus style folded lines in the blade, which is really, really cool. The others are of a tempered clay differential treatment on the other swords, but they're not folded like this one is. So that's the explanation for the swords. The katanas mean a lot to me, and the idea of Japanese culture and honor and effort and precision. I have a distinct sort of interest in cutting edges, so that's another thing. But yeah. So let me go back and see. I see condolences. Thank you for that. A true voice of reason's like, I have an account, pouts. I understand. Lost my mom in 88 to cancer. We took care of her at home, where she passed all the kids around. See, that's beautiful, and I love that. That's how we should treat our relatives, our friends, our family, you know. Adams, like, you're a very kind, wholehearted man. Mom would be smiling. Would probably be laughing at me too, but definitely smiling. She's like, you spent how much money on this stuff? What are you, crazy? I mean, my mom would definitely like love it and feel special, but she'd also be like, don't be stupid, you know, that kind of thing. Say, Katana's, are you Japanophile? Yeah, it's sort of like that. I mean, like, there's that can like other than the urn of ashes, what do you have from someone to honor them? Like, you know, heirlooms, right? Family heirlooms can be like or a dress, or like, what do you have to honor the passed down from someone, right? That's part of it. I mean, no, I'm not Japanese, and I don't have Japanese in my family, but that was the closest thing that I had that made sense within our relationship. This was, you know, belonged to her partner, and this was a matching gesture that I thought of. Mirage is also sharing a passing of cancer as well. That's, you know, very very sad. Logo is a bit from Leonard Cohen's album The Future. Interesting. I have to look that up now. As I said at previous live, we're all more alike than we know. That's true. Adam sharing, grandmother's on her way, sadly, yes. You know, very, very sad. You know, and that's the thing that we have to think about. Like, we're all going to lose somebody, and we need to be considerate. Everybody is maybe fighting a battle that we can't see. We don't know what everybody is doing. You know, there could be struggles that we don't know about. So it's better to be kind to everyone in a way and think about what others have going on, maybe going on. And, you know, just kindness first, right? That's something my mom would definitely say. Be kind to people first and then figure it out later. So, Adam sharing, wish my father would honestly I think there's something missing in that grammar. Condolences. Oh, yes. I got it. You guys are having an internal conversation. We can't always choose, right? You know, the circumstances in life we can't always choose, nor the people, and nor can we control people. So it's always best in a way to try and hold ourselves in a state of being, right? State of mind, state of heart. It's more important to control ourselves than it is to think about controlling others, because, you know, we can't do that. So empathy and kindness, the number one things. I will leave you at that. It is an hour and 13 minutes here, so I'm going to do what I typically do, which is I'm going to leave the video on for 1 minute of outro music. It's actually a really interesting picture there. 1 minute of outro music. We'll join me again tomorrow. Maybe we'll do like a recap of the Bristol Hi-Fi show, the Florida audio show. I'll just scroll through some channels and we'll see what other people have posted online, anything new from companies. Carmine showed up right at the end of the show. Hello, my friend. It's good to see you. Adam J, I appreciate you showing up and showing subscription for, you know, digging the channel. And hopefully I can earn that, you know, throughout the weeks and videos and things like that are going on. I will definitely showcase stuff from Montreal Audio Fest. That should be a lot of fun. There are like 300 videos on my channel. Feel free at any time to go back in history and check some of those out. I've been posting a lot more this year than last year, but a lot of the stuff is there. Thank you, Mirage. Great live. Catch you next one. Carmine, have a great night. A warm night. Yes, indeed. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Drink some water. Do the exercise. Stop procrastinating. Make the decisions that you need to make in life. Call your friends. Check on people. Don't wait. Life is not going to wait for you, so you shouldn't wait for it. I mean, seriously. There's no one's waiting for us. And thank you, Andres, for pointing out the Leonard Cohen thing. I'll have a look at the album cover and we'll see what's going on. All right, I'm out of here. 1 minute of music as an intro-ish, and then I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Thanks, everyone. Appreciate you. Let me see. I'll get this right angle. Okay.